Adriana, thank you for being in the Empower Network TV, on the Empower Network TV. This is going to be a lot of fun. I didn't realize what a dynamo you are.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I am so thrilled. Like I told you earlier offline that I am excited. I said, buckle up and hold your horses because we're going.
All right, let's start with that. Why are you excited? Why do you have so much energy?
Why? Oh, loaded question, but I will tell you why. Because it's been so many years that I forgot, I abandoned who I was. I abandoned the most beautiful and parts I love the most of me, of who I was. Because of life, like Arleta says, life is lifing you, because of the rock bottoms I had hit, because so many things in there. But now I'm discovering that I'm almost like rediscovering myself. I'm finding myself. And when you find yourself, when you find that connection with you, with the inner child inside you, with the little Adriana, is you can't be upset anymore because you're creating such a beautiful relationship. And we're all made from love, with love, to give love. And yes, I have bad days. I have days when I struggle, but I learn to brush it off, and get up and keep going. Because like I say to myself every day and to my clients and to people around me, yes, life is hard. It's no doubt in that. But you have one life and one body. Don't screw it up because you don't get a second chance. And why not? Why not to enjoy this life? I might be here with you and enjoying this moment, and I might not be here anymore tomorrow, or you might not be here anymore, or whatever who's listening. We don't know. And do I rather be on the other side, whatever that side means, to be there thinking and looking back like, oh shit, why I didn't do that? If I knew, if I knew I would do that, I don't want to have that regret. What they say, regret weighs like tons.
Yeah.
I don't want that.
So you came from Romania, and in Romania, as you were saying, in the 80s, growing up, women were told, and are still in some cultures told. What are they told? What were they told growing up in Romania?
Can I put a pause there? And I want to take you somewhere else before I start with the past. Because I like to see the future, if that's okay with you.
Yes, you lead.
So I've been studying the last couple of years, I've been studying neuroscience, how our brain works, why humans, I love humans. Like my passion is to figure out what's with us. And I find that there are 4 types of levels of humans. We have the unaware ones. You're not aware of what's going on in your life, what's going on with you, why you are, how you are, what's happening with you. The invisible, and let's call it the invisible, which no judgment. Some people, they choose to live their life like that. My only thing is, as long as you feel fulfilled being invisible, of not aware of this life, this precious gift that we got, then that's okay. It's all good. Just by all means, just do it. Then the second type, the level is motivator. The people that are motivated to do certain things, or they need motivation to do certain things. If you make this, I give you this. If you do this, you're gonna win that, which is great. We all need motivation in our lives. But it comes a point in your life when motivation is wearing down, and motivation usually is not strong enough. When the life hits you hard and you fall down, no motivation is going to pull you up. They are the third type of people, the ones that inspire you, the ones that you look at them, and when you hear them speaking, it makes you feel something inside you. It turns something inside you that you want to go do more. It's beyond the motivational people. And then, in the spirit, in the middle of the inspiration is in spirit. You have to be in spirit with God, with universe, with that almighty power, universal energy, whatever you want to call it. I don't care. That's when you have that, when someone speaks into your soul, That's what are the inspired people. And then my favorite one, which I'm aspiring to become, is the aspiring people. I aspire to become like this and like that and that person. I want to become a person that people aspire to become. And those people, they are motivator, they inspire you, and they aspire to become. And that is the 4 levels of humans. And my goal is to become aspire person. People that want to see me to be like, I want to be like her. Because I once a child, a little girl, that I was inspired by others. And I was aspiring to, I had posters with different people. You know, back in the days, in the 80s, you have posters in your walls with singers and writers and whatever, and you want to be like them. Those people aspire you. You aspire to become something.
Yeah.
So when I was little, I had a lot of dreams. But more I grow, step by step of my evolution of my life, going to teenager and adulthood, those dreams got crushed and crushed and crushed. You know, imagine this, coming from a communist country in the 80s and the 90s, where shooting was happening outside of your door and you're not allowed to go outside because they might shoot you. You are studying, go to the school and come home and you study with a gas lamp because we don't have electricity, because they cut off the electricity. You wash yourself in the same water in the tub. You wash yourself and then your mom and your dad, because we didn't have hot water all the time. You know, you eat bread or you eat potatoes for a week because that's all you have. This is the things I grow up with, and many other things. And then put on top of that, the abuse I got from my father. He was an alcoholic father, very physical abusive, emotionally, mentally. You know, when someone keep repeating in you as a child, you stupid, you don't know nothing, you shut up, I made you, I'm gonna kill you, and all these things, it's impossible for you to become, when you grow up as an adult, to be, oh, I'm confident, I can do anything in this life, when it's been repeating in your head over and over and over again the same things. You know, when you're a child, your brain is like a sponge. You absorb everything that people gives you and you don't question it. This is how they give me, that's what I believe in. There's no question, because parents are the lifeblood of a child. A child cannot grow up without parents or people that they are there around them to help them, the environment itself. And that's how you create your blueprint. Whatever happened in your childhood, it's a reflection of who you are today. And if you don't take the time to heal, to process, to become aware of all these things, guess what? That's going to rule everything you do in your life. It's called the blueprint of your life. And I had that blueprint of my life until recently, when, you know, I call it this. I struggle maybe sometimes to pronounce it, but it's called distinguish, did I say it right? Distinguish pattern interruption from God. When, you know, God's like needs to hit you in a nice way, but he needs to hit you to like literally break down in pieces, to hit rock bottom. And when you hit rock bottom, in that moment, the beauty of rock bottom is that it's the moment when you actually see your soul. Because at the rock bottom, what it is? Nothing. And what is in nothing? The only thing you have left is your soul. Because that thing that never goes away is with you. Comes with you, lives with you. And when you reach that moment and you see your soul, you have 2 choices. You either ignore it and you continue with your life, or you end your life. In my case, that's what happened. I was about to end my life. Or you say, I think it's time. I think it's time to get out whatever needs to come out of me, to pursue what I was about to do, what I was meant to do. And I will tell you a quick story. When, 2-3 years ago, I hit another rock bottom in my life. Physically, emotionally, mentally, financially, everything. You name it. And I'm never going to forget that moment. I woke up like tearing and like crying. And I was crying like a baby, like sobbing, not just crying, like crying so hardly I struggled breathing because I had asthma and chronic sinusitis and I can't sleep and I was exhausted all the time and miserable, depression, anxiety, you name it. And I remember I went to the bathroom and I opened the door and I said, that's it. I can't do this anymore. I'm done. I can't do this anymore. And I had in my head two thoughts. Oh, it's still emotional a bit. One, that I'm done, which is mean I'm ending my life because why not? I'm stopped. I don't have to suffer anymore. I don't have to make other people suffer. So it's easy. It's called coward. And then the second one, I had to sell, thinking I'm going to sell everything, which I didn't have nothing to sell anyway. And I was in debt. Sell everything and go home with the tail between my you know what. And in that moment, I look at the person in the mirror and I said to the person in the mirror, something has to change. I can't do this anymore. And the funny thing is that when you reach that rock bottom, that was the first time when I look at the person in the mirror, and that person in the mirror looked back at me and she said, no, you don't have to change something. You have to change. You have to change your life. You have to change your mindset, the way you think, the way you believe. That's when things is going to change. And the most powerful thing for me was that was the moment where I saw myself the first time in the mirror in many, 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 many years. You know, when you say you look in the mirror, you like see people, you see yourself. No, it's one to see yourself, one to see yourself, to actually look at you, not just the physicality and the body, this vehicle that we use in this life, but to look inside you at the soul, at the little girl or the little boy inside you and see that person. Because what that person needs, the person in the mirror needs three things: to see you, to hear you, and to be to acknowledge me, see me for the person who I am now. And once you see that person, it's like a wave. It's just like coming off you, because I carry so much doubt, so much insecurities, so much hurt that I give to others and others give to me. For what? Because someone one point in my life told me that I'm not worthy, because someone told me at one point in my life that I'm a nothing, and I believed it. But that was a choice. And when you're a child, it's no choice, because that's all you know. But as you grow, you have choices. You can choose to believe that, or you can choose to believe something else. It's called perspective. That's why God left us this beautiful life to choose. He never made us to choose this or to choose that. No. Sometimes the beautiful thing that he does, or she does, or whatever you want to call it, is have to stir us, because we stubborn. Ooh, how stubborn I am. Ooh. Took me, 37 years to wake up? And I've been stubborn and keep trying to stay in my path that I thought is my path. And God said, no, that's not your path. And then he tried to pull me away, and I went back to my spot because I'm terrified, because I'm scared, because I have fears and doubts and all of these thoughts in my head. And then he pulls me again. And he said, you don't listen. Okay. I try to give you the easy way. You don't want it? It's okay. I'm going to give you the hard way. And he gave me the hard way to that moment in the mirror. And there's so many other things. I had other rock bottoms. After 8 years marriage, I divorced. A marriage that I thought is going to be for the rest of my life. A marriage that I believe that's it. And I put all my hope and faith in it. But I couldn't understand, and I couldn't see more than what I was seeing, until I got hit a couple of times, until I was disturbed by this, by God, by the universe, to wake me up, to actually see the potential in me. And now I'm blessed, I'm honored to be able to learn to have a voice, to express who I am, who I can be, and who I can become. And that's kind of a little bit of my story.
Well, thank you for being here today. What a story. And what a voice. What a voice you have. So when did you come to the Empower Network TV? Have you been here a month? How long have you been?
About a month and more. I think a little bit more than a month. About 2 months ago, when Candice put us in contact,
Yep.
and we start talking. And when she says, when we were looking at the interview, and I'm like, my God, the interview. Someone wants to interview me. I don't know, the fears, the doubts are always there. That doesn't mean they're not there. But then now I become an observer. I'm like, hey, Adriana, what you doing? That's so good. It's okay. Chill down. It's okay. Let's do this. Nobody's gonna kill you. So let's just take it one step at a time.
Now you have a whole, because you have a book coming out. Can you just talk about that? What you're planning?
Yes. So my if I can call it my dream and my passion is to help women to find their voice, because this is who I am. I cannot teach what I can preach what I'm not walking, I want to help women to find their voice. There's so many women out there, and not just women that they know they want more. They know they can do more, but they are just putting a cap over their own dreams. Some of them, they're not even daring to dream anymore, or they not even know how to dream. And I help women to find their voice, to express their voice, whatever that means. I teach them. I want to teach them and guide them to turn their mess, that ugly stuff that we think we have, into their mastery, because that's what I'm doing now. I'm turning everything I thought I'm not worthy of it into my mastery. But the most important thing I really, really want to do, I don't want to let any woman anymore to die with the music still inside them. Because that's what I was about to do. And if I was gifted this gift to be able to do that, then I know there's many more that they have such a beautiful metaphorical music inside them that is a shame not to express their music, whatever that means.
Yeah.
And that's what I want to do. And I've been called to write the book, which I never thought that I will. I'm still working on it, but it's part of my journey. And I when I write, it doesn't come every single time, but when I write, I call it dictation. You know what you were saying earlier, that the message is not yours, is from up there, or whatever it is that energy that comes. I literally feel like a dictate. Someone is dictating me what to write, and it just flows. I don't have to think. It just flows and flows. Sometimes comes when I walk in a park, so I don't have nothing. I just write on the phone. Sometimes I have a notebook with me and I write it down. I listen. It's about listening.
You said it earlier, it's about being inspired, means to be in spirit. That's where our word inspired comes from. And when we're in spirit, people use different language for it, but you are allowing that divine love to flow through you. And that, I think, is how we're supposed to do all of life.
Yes.
Yeah. There's a bunch of comments here. Morris is really enjoying what you're saying, and Arletta's just loves your turning mess into mastery. Like, that is just a beautiful thing. So what should we expect from Adriana in 2023? Now, you have joined our academy, so thank you. We are thrilled to have you. But
thank you for this opportunity.
Oh, well, it's only starting June 5th, but we're thrilled you got on board in the pre-launch. What are we going to expect from you? You are this powerful being that is on a mission, clearly. So what should we look for this year?
I'm going to give you an answer that might surprise you, which is unknown. I don't know. And that's the beauty of it. If you can be okay with I don't know, that gives you freedom to do anything that whatever God, universe give you the opportunity to do. Because if I say what I'm about to do, what I'm stopping myself for creating more than maybe I'm capable of. If I say that in a year I want to do this and this and this, God's going to be like, okay, that's all you get, because that's all you ask for. You know, they say, shall ask and you will give. You will receive what you ask. So my goal, yes, I have to have plans. It's important to have goals and plans to follow, but don't put a cap on them. Because so many years I put a cap on everything. I said like, yes, I want to do this and I want to do that. And I was shy about it. And I have this calling to don't put a cap on me and on the potential I have, because that's where the beauty lies. It's called endless possibilities. Unknown is equal endless possibilities. Why? Is not like who I am to put a cap on God, who I am to put a cap on the universe that gives me the power to send a message that is needed. Is really like, I know, like I dare to say that, not me necessary, but what happens if I speak into someone that does someone speak into someone else's voice and heart, and that someone that is not impacted by me, but is impacted by other people, the ripple effect is going to be the person that's going to create something that's going to change this world. And I am just a little piece into the puzzle. I'm just a little drop into the ripple effect that we are creating. I'm a circle into the big circle of the ripple effect. And that's where it's hard for me to, I'm not allowing myself to say, I'm going to do this and this. Yes, I want to continue to write my book, whatever the message is meant for me to do. I want to continue to heal, because that doesn't mean I have it all figured out. No way. Like, I'm like kindergarten comparing with other incredible people we have in our community. And I don't want to put a cap on that, because that is putting cap on what I'm meant to become. And I want to leave you with one little thing that my mom told me that is like staying with me. She told me this story. She said, imagine at the end of your life, you go to walk by a river. And that river, it's flowing and has power. But then the God or universe, whatever you want to call it, comes beside you and tap you on the shoulder. And he said, I want to present you someone really important to you before you go. He said, okay. So you see at the other side of the river, it's a person, it's a human, it's a soul. You know who is that? I'm like, no, I would love to meet him. It's an incredible human, a human that went and did so many things in this life because they followed their spirit, their soul, and they didn't doubt what God gave them, the message, the gift that God gave them to go and do. That person changed the world. I'm like, that's amazing. I want to meet that person. Let's go. They said, yes, you can go, but you have to cross this river. And this river has a lot of currents, and they might take you, and then you might have to fight it. And I'm like, oh, I don't know if I want to do it. I said, but who is this person? You know who is that person? The person that you are meant to be. The person that God was sculptured you to become, had this vision about you. That's the person. And you either go and meet it now, before your life ends, and go, but you have to go through the river. You have to go through the turbulence. You have to go through the struggles. It might gonna take you away. You have to fight it back. But guess what? At the end of that river is that person. Or you have a choice. You can just sit here and watch until your life ends. Either way is good with me. I love you either way. And that for me is like hunting me. It's a story that is hunting me. And that's why I have this passion. That's why I'm here. Even I'm terrified. Even I did push-ups and I run around the room to, to get that fear and energy out of me. Even all these things, the doubts I have in me. But I have a bigger purpose than just my fear. My fear is not stronger than my desire. And I'm here because you offer this opportunity to me and people like me that they are on the beginning, or even other kind of people in whatever life stage they are, to speak up. Because guess what? Communication it's a human power. Communication, if it's not done well, it brings wars. If it's done well, it brings peace. So that's why I'm here.
That was profound. Your mother had wisdom to teach you that.
Yeah.
So if you've been watching or listening to the Empower Network TV, you've been listening to Adriana remind us that, wow, you get to pay the price this lifetime and meet the person that everything you could become, or else you're going to meet them either which way, or else you could delay and not pay the price. Then you're going to meet them in the afterlife, who you could have been. And wow, that would be you're loved either way, but that's a sobering way you said that. So thank you, Adriana's mom, for sharing that with Adriana.
Thank you.
Do you have a website you want to drop? Do you have any links you want to drop?
Website, I'm just working, is in construction, so I'm working on it because I'm revamping some things. So I'm just keep working on it. People can find me. I can drop the links of my social media or my email if they want to reach out in any way of shape or form. We're more than welcome and love to help or share more with anybody, because that's why we're here, to help each other, to support each other. And you know what they say, that you are a reflection, a true reflection of the 5 people you are around. And that's why I'm here. Another reason on my list why I'm here, because I want to be around people like you, around people like people in our community, because that's the only way we can increase the power of change of the world, the power of change of any person. But everything starts with one. It starts with one person. Wow. And that's where I'm at.
Thank you for being here today. I will be tagging you in this interview. If you've been watching the Empower Network TV, thanks for taking the time out of your day. Your time is precious, and you've been listening to Adriana give us some nuggets today. So please reach out to her, connect with her, let her know, please, what you appreciate about her.
Thank you.
Adriana, we'll chat soon. Should be shooting you recordings here shortly, and looking forward to seeing you in the Academy, Adriana. So
thank you so much. Thank you so much to everyone, and to you for this incredible opportunity. I'm blessed and humbled to be part of this community. So thank you so much. And thank you everyone for being there and support me. It means the world to me.
okay, we'll chat soon. Thanks, Adriana.
Bye.